We live?
We're live, ladies
Welcome
and
back.
gentlemen.
Welcome back.
We are on episode number
28.
29.
29.
Coming up on 30. We took last week off, and it was actually on me this time. It's always on Jeremy, but this one was on me. So I forget
Did
even
you have a good
why.
reason for it?
Oh,
you were tired.
yeah. No. We went on a double date to Luigi's
That's right.
in Akron.
So that's where you went, was Luigi's. You like it?
Yeah, dude, it was so good. I was a huge fan. I will order something different next time than what I got this past time, but it was good. So
Why would you order something different?
I didn't know what to get. So first of all, the salad is delicious. They put tons of cheese on it. So it's a salad, and it's Italian dressing, tomatoes, I think olives on there too, which I love olives, and then just like a mound of mozzarella. And it was so
fresh.
good. I don't know, but it was good. And then I didn't know what to get, so Lacey was like, I love their pizza. So I was like, well, let's just get a pizza and share it. So we got a pizza and we shared it. But Aaron, the guy I went with, he got something called a meatball splash. And they bring out this dish of sauce, and there's these meatballs the size of like a softball, 2 of them in this dish. It's just solid meat. And so he was eating those, and he's like, you gotta try this.
Is he on carnivore?
No. He's like, you gotta try this, bro. And I did. And it was so
And that's
good.
what you should have ordered.
Yeah, I should have got the meatball splash, but I didn't. But next time I know.
So when you say a softball, they're legitimately that big.
It might have been a
A
baseball.
little bit smaller.
Yeah, but it was huge. They were big, where you could just eat that and you'd be fine. So,
That
yeah,
sounds
but
cool.
that's what we did.
Are they still cash only?
They are.
Okay.
Cash only.
I love it.
Yeah, there's an ATM in there, and
Yeah.
the waitress told us, like, by the way, we're cash only, and I was like, dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was a cool experience. Old restaurant. They had, like, all these pictures on the wall of all the famous people that had been there,
Yeah.
and, like, Marilyn Monroe's been there, and, like, all these people
it's
from
got some history.
Yeah, it was a neat place. And then it was my first time riding a public scooter. You see those scooters you can rent?
Yeah. I would love to have seen you ride it.
Well, I got a little video. I'll throw it on here for the fans
Okay.
right now. Hey guys, watch this. But dude, it was pretty great. So you have to download an app. Lacey had the app, so she downloaded the app and then signed up and put like $15 on there or something. But
Was it Birdie or one of those?
I think so. I think Birdie
Okay.
sounds right. But yeah, so she rode on it, then I rode on it. I was impressed with how quick it was.
Yeah, they're actually pretty cool. If you
Yeah.
need to get around the city, that's the way to do it.
Yeah, but it ended up, we were messing around with it for like 5 or 7 minutes. Like basically driving around in a parking lot on it, and it charged her $5. And I was like, dang, that's like $1 a minute for this
Yeah.
scooter. So that's pretty crazy.
Now, what was the reason for going to Luigi's?
Well,
Because that's a little bit of a trek. I know you like to stay in your hometown.
I know. I've gotten out though since working at Woodland. I've seen the world. Remember that first week on my own? I was like, I saw Lake Erie today.
Dude, that was the best moment when you're like, is that Lake Erie?
You're like, yes. Yeah, so I'm all over now. I was in Sandusky today. But anyways.
Cedar Point?
I wasn't at Cedar Point, but I was near Cedar Point. I know.
That was a trek.
And-
Because there's those islands up there.
Yeah, and it was a bummer of a time, but it's okay. It'll be all right. But anyways, yeah, so we were supposed to go to Big Shots, which is kind of like Topgolf,
Okay.
right? But I went online to sign up, like book the you like do like a stall or whatever it's called where you golf out of bay, and so it was gonna be $108
For 4 people?
for 4 people for 2 hours, and I was like, that's not necessarily the worst, but like $108, and that doesn't even include food. And so it's like already like we're in this night $100 a couple, and it's like
Easily.
Luigi's $30.
Yeah.
And we had a great time. We just sat around and talked, and
Yeah.
You know.
Get to connect probably a little bit more.
Yeah, and it was our first time going out with them, and so, like, I know them pretty well, but she does not, and so it was a good time, just like people getting to know each other. So
Dude,
it was
that's
good.
cool.
Yeah, fun time. So hopefully we'll do it again sometime.
Luigi's is a good spot. I've been there twice, I think, but it's been a few years since I've been there.
Yeah.
But I do remember it was the cash only.
Yeah, it's just my buddy Aaron that listens and comments sometimes, so yeah.
Shout out to Aaron.
Had a good time, Aaron. Don't let it go to your head.
So the flavor of the meatballs was just like on point.
It was great. The sauce was good.
There's a spot. I don't know why it's escaping me, but let me find it real quick. It's local here, so it'd be Maslin area, and it is phenomenal. I'll just say that. Let's see here, where are we at? You gotta find West Tusk real quick. Where are we at? There we are. City. Where's our City of Champions?
City of Champions. I actually said something to my kids this week. I said something to Jonah. I was like, if we move sometime in the future, would you be upset by that? And he's like, no, but why would we ever move out of the City of Champions? And I was like, I just gave him a fist bump. I was like, that's right,
He's
Jonah.
exactly right. Why would you? Why would anybody ever move out of the City of Champions? I'll find it here in a minute. Keep talking.
Yeah.
Anything else to add to Luigi's?
No, not necessarily the Luigi's, but just like I don't usually travel outside of my comfort zone for stuff like that. It's usually like the Maslin Canton area. So I went out to another place, DeBella's. You ever been to DeBella's?
Yeah, the sub place.
Dude,
yep.
So good. Went there with my buddy Chad. It was good catching up with him too, and just had dinner there. But they never disappoint. It's always good.
Where would you rate them along with like Subway or what's the other Jersey Mike's?
Yeah.
Is DeBella's, you think, up there with those?
So there's, I guess I'm thinking of like, when you're asking me if I want to go for a sub, in my mind there's like 5 options. There's Subway, right? Chain, whatever. There's Jimmy John's, another chain, but better than Subway. I'd put Subway on the bottom. Subway's on the bottom. I'd put Jimmy John's next.
Okay, number 4.
Yeah. I really like DeBella's, so that's going up towards the top. But I can't leave out John George's.
Dude, John George's got it.
I talked to some customers this past week about John George's subs. So good. So they would probably be... That could go either way for number 2 or number 3. Jersey Mike's, I like Jersey Mike's, but I've only had it a few times. So I would probably put Jersey Mike's 3, John George's 2, DeBella's is number 1 for me. Because DeBella's does this hot sub. It's called the Godfather. And so they take capricola, they take salami, they take all this meat and cheese, they throw it on the grill, they put peppers on the grill, they get all this really hot, and then they have a fresh everything bread. So it's got like the everything bagel seasoning on the bread. Fresh loaf, they cut this open, put all that on there, and it's like, what else? You pick your toppings, whatever you want on it, lettuce or whatever, hot peppers. They have like house peppers there. They do such a good job.
Sounds amazing.
It's
all
really good.
Stuff.
And there's hardly anybody in there. When I go in there, I'm like, man, me and Chad always say it. It's like, man, there's usually like 1 or 2 other people in there at tables.
So I wonder if they make their money maybe like on like takeout and stuff like that.
Yeah, like catering events and like work lunches.
I had DeBella's years ago. I do remember it was awesome.
Yeah, it's
for
good.
A sub shop.
Yeah, my dad got me into it. That was one of his favorite spots. But, it's like a 10-inch sub. I think it was $10 or $11. Like, it's not.
And that's what's hard
terrible.
Because John George's, you can get 2 for that price.
I know. And if you go on a Sunday, it's $1 off.
I know. You can get 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chad, if you're watching, let's go to John George's next time.
Yeah, you got to take him there. All right, Aaron, I know you're watching, and I want to ask and see if you've been to Bella Sarah pizzeria and restaurant.
Bella Sarah?
Bella Sarah. I went there for the first time probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I met he was in sales. He traveled a lot. And he's like, where you guys, you and your wife like to eat? And I told him, and at the time, my wife's one of my favorite things. She still loves Italian food, but just has to watch. Sometimes it doesn't set.
Is she Italian? Or is she Greek?
She would give you the whole breakdown of all of it. Neither.
What is she? She looks like some kind of...
She's got a little bit of...
Some kind of halvesy. Just kidding.
Little Haitian in her.
No.
No. Probably like South Indian Islander.
She's some... Okay. The big hands. I could see it splitting coconuts.
Yep.
Yeah.
So... But she likes Italian. So he said, have you been to Bella Sarah? And I was like, where? He's like, it's right in Maslin. I'm like, where at in Maslin? He's describing it to me. You know where Save-A-Lot used to be? Right behind the McDonald's you worked at.
There's no Save-A-Lot there anymore?
Is it still there?
I thought it was. I think I went in there like 3 weeks ago.
Okay, so if you're looking at Save-A-Lot, look to the right and all the far end is Subway.
Yeah.
It is right over there, and even knowing it's there, you can miss it. It's in that little spot. But I'm telling you what, you'll go there, and...
Are you eating in when you go there?
Eating in, small, quaint little thing like Luigi's.
Yeah.
Super nice. Dude, their pepperoni roll, you will kill for. It is so good. Everything we ever had there was amazing. And it was so cool because the one time we were sitting there, and this old lady, she just jumped in the booth with us and was just hanging out. She's wiping down stuff, just talking with us. I'm like, what a nice lady. Like, she's just probably hanging out, doing her thing. Come to find out, like, next time in, she's the owner. Just sweet lady.
Yeah.
Super sweet. In fact, I think the first time we didn't order the pepperoni rolls, and she brought like 2 out for us.
Just like, you gotta try this.
She knew what was up.
Yeah.
But, yeah, really cool spot. So if you guys have not been there, you've got to go there.
Bella Sarah Pizzeria.
Bella Sarah. It's right behind McDonald's, so it'd be easy to find. Then that'll help you get into bed by 9 o'clock, too.
Yeah.
But
dude.
There's probably going to be a line, potentially, if you go like a weekend, for sure. You might want to call ahead, try to reserve, but...
Yeah. I guess comment below, what's your favorite restaurant that's not like a chain? Someplace that's not a chain. What's your favorite?
Dude, I love going to non-chain restaurants.
Yeah, I do too.
Special.
But, Jerry, you know me.
I know you.
I'm just like, I'm the kind of guy where I always order the same thing. And so there's some meals that I just really enjoy, and they are from a chain. So
give me your top 3 meals from a chain.
Okay, top 3 meals. Number 1 is the what is it called? Chicken crusted Parmesan or something like that is what it's called. It's from Longhorn. It's so good. They have a 12-ounce portion and a 9-ounce portion. So I'll get that, and it comes with a side. But, dude, it's so good. That's
your top.
That's my number 1, 100%.
Wow.
I just went there last night with Lacey. We got Panda Express. I know it's chain Chinese food, but they have something called Beijing beef. So they cook this beef up with these peppers, and they put this hot sauce on it.
You love it.
I love it. It's so good. It's so good.
I think I've only ever had their orange chicken from there. We used to get that on occasion. Orange chicken and something else.
Yeah, it's not bad. But the Beijing beef, oh man, so good. Probably
Mr. Hero?
That's not what I'm running for. What was I gonna say? There's something about a Papa John's cheese pizza with the garlic dipping sauce that just hits somewhere sweet for me. I don't know. It's so good.
I would never, if someone said your life is on the line, you have 3 guesses to guess the restaurants, I would have never guessed it.
That's not in my top 3. I'm sorry, my top 3 is Rockneys. They have different locations,
Yep.
I get the Reuben sandwich. It's so good.
I don't know if I've ever had the Reuben.
I love Reuben sandwiches in general. Definitely my favorite sandwich. Like if I go to a restaurant that I've never been to before and I don't know what's good, if there's a hot Reuben on the menu, that's what I'm getting. With the toasted bread and the sauerkraut and the Thousand Island dressing.
So you'll say I want hot
corned
Reuben.
beef. I'll just say, well, usually they are served hot, but yeah, I would
You're
just...
hoping the guy behind the counter is named Reuben.
Yeah. But yeah, those are probably my
Okay.
3. And then the Papa John's is an honorable mention. The Arby's beef and cheddar is an honorable mention. Anyone out there with me? The Arby's beef and cheddar sandwich.
What about the mall?
What would I get in the mall? Stir Fry 88, baby.
Is that on the honorable mention?
Absolutely it is.
Okay.
But I don't know how big of a chain Stir Fry 88 is.
Oh, they got to be littered across the United States.
No, they're not. But like, I really enjoy. You know where I went to? Cane's.
Dude, Cane's is...
Cane's chicken tenders, and I was just like, I wasn't gonna get a meal. We went down there. We had a group of guys from work in Columbus, and we were like, oh, let's get somewhere. And one of the guys picked Cane's, and I was like, oh, I'm not gonna eat. I'm gonna fast. And then I saw everyone get their plate, and you know what got me was the garlic bread. They serve all of their food with a piece of garlic bread. And I was just like, that looks really good. It was all toasty. So I got coleslaw and garlic bread and a side of fries and 4 tenders.
Dude, you know what you need to get? We get from there. And I've eaten... Normally, sometimes I'll pick that up if there's 2 of us going out, and I'll eat half. Is just get their Caniac combo. It's the catering. Just a giant thing of foil with chicken. You get 25 chickens.
25 chickens.
No
okay.
bread, no anything, just 25 chickens. Dude,
how much is that?
$40.
Dang. It's a lot.
But you figure like 2 guys and you're getting 25 pieces, so you're getting 12, 13 pieces each. You probably spent, how much on a meal?
Yeah, and you're not eating more than, like me, I don't know if I'd be able to eat more than like 8 of those.
Yeah.
Like by the time you get to 8, you're like stuffed.
Yeah. So, but yeah, try that next time. That's a good... Okay, next time you're in Columbus, have you tried hot chicken
takeover?
You
Yeah,
like it?
that was good.
Because I know you like spicy stuff, so...
Yeah, they have one in Strongsville too.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll have to check that out. I was wondering if they were ever coming up this way.
Yeah, they do it right down there.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. I like them. So, I also, when I was in Cane's in Columbus, I opened the stall door of the bathroom on a Mexican man who did not speak English. And that was an interesting experience. Like, I'm not sure if he knew that there was a lock on the door, but, like, I'm going in the bathroom, middle of the day, busy restaurant, Columbus, open the door, Mexican dude, pants down, on the toilet, and I'm just like, whoop!
Is he on his film?
I'm sorry. No, he's just,
looking
like,
at
sitting
you?
there, like, looking
Scared.
straight ahead. I'm just like, whoop! So sorry. I'm just like, man, I'm sorry, Juan. I did not mean to do that. So it was awkward because then I went out and sat in the lobby and then he walked out. I'm like trying not to make eye contact with this dude because it's like I just opened the stall door on you.
I just saw your goodies.
Yeah. So.
Sorry, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. That was weird, but I don't know why. I write down things like, so I have this note on my phone called podcasts, and like if something that I think is funny happens, I'll write it down. Like I had a note that said, I saw a blind guy jogging. There's no excuse. I saw a guy, not kidding. He was a big African-American gentleman, and he had one of the blind walking sticks, right? Like the ones with the like ball on the end that you're like feeling with, and he's jogging, like feeling the path in front of him on the sidewalk. And he's just like going like this, like with his one hand, and he's like doing the feeling thing, and he's just like singing super loud, and I'm just like, man,
No excuse.
you got no excuse, Justin.
None.
Like, you gotta move. Like, this dude is blind, and he's prioritizing his health. You know, I don't know. And you're freaking out
Wow,
about
that's
the beef
impressive.
and cheddars.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, you do have the. Why don't you give the update on the foot?
Oh yeah, I have plantar fasciitis, but I've kind of strained my foot. So, I started playing a lot of pickleball, and I think I just pulled something that I wasn't used to. Like, I don't think I was used to, like, quick movements, because in pickleball, you're kind of, like, moving pretty quick across the court. It's concrete that you're moving on, and I think it was a combination of I was playing in the wrong shoes, and I was not used to moving that way. So I jacked my foot up, but then there's a Wednesday night. There's an elderly gentleman named Mark at church who's approaching 60 who said he could beat me in a race. And I said, that's not true. So I raced him. I beat him, jacked up my foot. So then I was letting it heal. This past Wednesday, it's been a week from the previous race, which apparently I'm just a racer now. And there was one of the teen boys was talking smack to me. And I was just like, I'll race you right now. And Lacey, she's so sweet, and she's like, don't do it, Justin. And I was like, and her voice is like so soft and sweet, and she's like, you have a hurt foot, and you just did this last week, and you hurt your foot, and this week you're in dress shoes. And I was like, yeah, just one race though, just one time. And halfway through the race, I felt my foot like pull. And I didn't even beat him. It was a tie because I couldn't get back fast enough. And I was just, my foot's killing me. So, been icing, and I got a heating pad on it right now.
So if you're out there listening, this Wednesday, you need to race Justin.
No, don't do it.
He's ready again. Just talk trash and be like, you're really not a man, because I think they can get to you through that channel.
No. I got a pair of Hoka tennis shoes. I'm wearing those to work. I even wore them to church on Sunday, which I felt like a grandpa because I had khaki pants on with huge tennis shoes. So, I don't know. Just felt ridiculous.
Just embrace it.
Yeah, just
You're
like,
a boomer
hey,
now.
I'm up with the little kids in the kids service, like, I'm grandpa. Here I am. So, anyways.
Dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I think the most fascinating thing about that is just the literally with an injury, a teenage boy was able to just draw you in.
I know.
That's impressive.
I then wrestled him twice.
You fold him up?
Yes. Yes, I did.
So what do you currently have going on with this?
This here is a heating pad that I used 2 of my daughter's hair ties to secure around my foot. So it's just providing some soothing heat to the bottom of my foot, just kind of loosening up.
Do you sleep with this in the bed?
This apparatus? No, this is my first time actually doing it like this.
Probably feels good.
I'll just leave it up here for the remainder of the pod.
Yeah?
You probably can't see my face anymore. But I'm just kidding. I'll take it down. But they've been stretching it out at the stretch lab too, like I told them about it and stuff. So,
what's your current score at the stretch lab?
They'll test me here in October, but I'm currently 18 out of 100. So I was 9 out of 100. Now we're at 18. So,
shoot for 27 if we keep progressing.
At this pace, pretty soon I'll be a quarter of what I should be.
So like about 26, you should be up to about 90 something.
Yeah, I'll be limber.
Limber is
I'll be like a Twizzler. Just be floating all around. It's funny to think about. But yeah. Anyways.
Are you still liking the stretch lab?
I mean, I like it. I like going there, but it's just too expensive. Mm-hmm. So if money was not a problem, well, it's not that money's a problem, but like if I had unlimited resources, heck, I'd go there every morning and have them just stretch me out. But it's not that way. So
I'm wondering you talk about you're not limber and you hurt your foot. Do you think it may have been because you were swinging the wrong paddle playing pickleball? You thought about that?
For the first few weeks, it might have been the wrong paddle.
And that could have caused the...
But now I'm with Friday Pickleball. So.
And you're one of their... they're a sponsor of ours. But
one of their reps.
One of their reps.
I told you that they sent us an email about that. Did I tell you about this?
I think you did.
So Lacey bought the paddles, and she left a review and said... We love the paddles. We're new to pickleball, but these are so much better than the other paddles we were using, whatever. And the guys at Friday Pickleball sent her an email and said, if you make us a video of you guys using the paddles, we'll send you a free paddle. And so we're going to do it. But it's pretty cool.
Maybe it could be you with this heating pad.
It's just like before Friday Pickleball, I was down in the dumps. But now, here I am.
Dude, you got to make a fun video.
I know. That's what I was talking about. Like, we got to do something fun.
Yeah,
So,
it can't be cheesy couple goes out there and it's just dinking around in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be something legit. They need to see that you were made for the camera.
Maybe I got to bring Thelma out to play.
I don't know. Thelma might need to come out for that one.
Yeah.
If you need a filmer, you let me know. I'll come out there. Dude, remember the time way back in the day, because we've done lots of video stuff together. Remember the time, and I don't remember everything about that video, but I remember you chasing geese. Do you remember chasing geese?
Was that the milk video that we made?
It may have been the milk video.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
I wish we had all those videos.
I think Josh has those videos.
Think so?
Yeah. Josh, if you're listening, if you have the milk video, let us know. At one point it was on Facebook years ago.
So
it's somewhere.
We could contact maybe Zuckerberg and just hit him up real quick.
Yeah, Marky Z.
Text him real fast.
Yeah, text Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah. Remember back in the day on MySpace?
Text Mark Zuckerberg.
See if there's a number.
In your contacts.
See if there's a customer service number for Facebook.
I can help you.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I can call
anyways, you were saying back in the day.
Yeah, we made that video. I remember doing that video. That was a fun one that we made. But, yeah. Thelma needs to come out for the pickleball commercial, though. I got this paddle online. My husband, Clyde, he told me... I don't know. I don't know what I could say, but...
Ooh, so if you want to contact us, special request for medically incapacitated or deceased person's account.
Yes, that's us.
That's us.
Is there a phone number?
No, I'm trying to... Yeah. It doesn't look like they've got any number for us to be able to contact them.
If you're still listening or watching, comment below why that it is that you're still listening or watching. We're just kind of curious.
Are we?
I don't know.
Have we lost subscribers? Or are we?
We're hanging with the same amount of subscribers, but the views have been a little bit down.
That's what we're looking for, though.
We're
trying to get the
episode views are down. We hang around like. Yeah. Some of the episodes are doing better than others. The shorts always seem to do pretty good.
What about the most recent episode? How'd that one do? Episode 28.
I don't know the Spotify views. It's usually close. So, like, Spotify's usually half of YouTube, so there's probably 30-some views on that.
Okay.
So, and then the episode before that probably has like 50 views. That's the Lori Lightfoot edition. So I think that helped. We have a strong Democrat base of our listeners.
Probably all of them.
Most are...
Your sister's a huge Democrat.
Yeah, she's a huge...
Big supporter.
Yeah. Huge Kamala Harris fan.
Yeah.
Just like us.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
No, we already know who we're voting for in November.
Yep. It's going to be a great time.
Okay. My mind is blown. Last week. We laughed about it. But was that not just incredible that we called Norm Good at 11 p.m. and he answered.
Yes, that was incredible. That was.
I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know why this guy's answering the phone. Like, there is no reason to answer the phone. There needs to be a point where you just don't, like, you're just like, hey, it's after 5, I don't answer. I don't know if you have that for your business, but, like, that's how it kind of is for me with work stuff. It's like, in general, unless I know there's something going on, it's like, there's no emergencies. Yeah. This can wait. I mean, you're spraying the bottom of someone's car with some sort of used oil. There's no emergencies here.
Let me take Norm's side. So he has one avenue one door that you can get into his house with. You have multiple social media,
Talking about
website,
business? Okay.
social media, website, email, cell phone. You have multiple doors people can get into your house. So I understand shutting off. But think about for Norm. He probably doesn't even have a voicemail. He probably has talk and text unlimited. Or maybe limited. Every single call he answers, his conversion rate is probably, what do you think, 90%?
He's probably at a 90% conversion rate. He's a master salesman.
Yeah, 50 and 70. He keeps it simple. He's not like, oh, 49.95, 50, 70.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
So...
No, you're right. You're right.
It's important.
But there still comes a point where it's like... I mean, he's a married guy with kids. Like, It's 11 p.m., Norm. You're in bed. Your wife's probably asleep, and you answered the call. A prank call. A man pretending to be an elderly African-American woman who's asking you the price on your oil spray. And you just give it to him and tell him you can get him in any time.
Let's schedule we need to schedule your pilot for some time. And I'll go with you and we'll film.
Like the whole experience?
We need to film the whole experience.
You think he'd let us interview him?
I bet he would.
Take the mic? Like, hey, we're doing a little documentary here.
Just Small Business America.
Yeah.
We're highlighting businesses that people might not know about. Would you be willing to let us just kind of interview you?
That would be fun. I'm in. Yeah. Let's go.
So schedule the
My
pilot.
car needs to get done anyways.
It needs it, yep.
I gotta get new tires, man. Tires are such a drag. I don't know. I just hate spending that much money. I know it's gonna be like $600. Just a bummer.
Oh, just $600.
Yeah, it's just a bummer. But oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well. Joe Biden's America. It's a thriving economy.
Yeah.
Too much. We're all making more and spending less.
Yeah, I agree. I wish we could actually probably make a little bit less.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Inflation is so low that we could actually spare more.
Yeah.
So I don't need as much as I'm making, so I might as well spend it on tires at Sam's Club or wherever I'm going to get them. So, speaking of like Sam's Club, Walmart, that kind of environment, I was at the Walmart in the Steel Yard, which is one of my favorite places to go. So, if you're not... Go ahead. You go.
For those who don't know about the Steel Yard, you want to educate them?
It is just a jungle of a place up in there. You feel like you're going to get robbed. So, I don't even know. Yeah, my safety. So, I'm 6'2", and, I weigh 154 pounds soaking wet. And I feel unsafe in the Steel Yard. I truly feel unsafe.
You truly do.
I really do.
It's like the one spot you feel like vulnerable.
I don't know. Like you just feel like you're going to get robbed or murdered or something bad's going to happen here. And there's just like such hostility. So like they had the self-checkouts open, which they previously closed. But so they had some self-checkouts open. There's a line for the self-checkouts. There's an old woman who is probably 75. So she's got like a cardigan on, like gray hair, the glasses. She goes up to the self-checkout and it's not working, right? So she goes to another self-checkout. And then these guys start like freaking out. They're like, hey, you don't get to cut anyone in line. You got to get to the back of the line. And she's like, the checkout wasn't working. I don't care. You got to get to the back of the line. And like...
In Walmart.
And I just said like, she was in line. The checkout wasn't working. She moved to the next checkout. That's all that I said. And these guys were like saying stuff amongst themselves, whatever. And I'm just like, this is insane. Like we're talking about a lady buying like a pack of socks or something stupid. Like she's going to be done in like 2 seconds. And she's like 75 years old. Yeah. Like we have no respect for our elders.
Yeah.
Why
don't we go help her?
We have no sympathy to say like, well, why isn't the register working? Call an employee over, try to help. It's just like immediate, just like jumping on this lady. And it's just like, I don't know. Even though I felt kind of unsafe, I always say things in those kind of environments. Like, anytime I'm in public and I feel like a lady is being attacked, I'll always say something. Like, I did that in Walmart a couple times. There was an instance where this guy's walking down and he's like saying something to this lady in front of him, like, if this lady would move already. And I was just like, I just stopped. I was like, excuse me? And she turns around and she's like, oh, you're so sweet. You were going to fight for me, weren't you? And I was like, what? Yes, ma'am. And he was like, he started laughing. And then she was like, that's my husband. And I was just like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. They're just joking around, whatever. But like, my instinct was just like, not today.
Let's go.
Not that. Nope. We don't talk to. You're not going to talk to a lady that way. I don't know. Maybe it's too much, but
no, I think it too. Sometimes people need that stopped in their tracks.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's important.
It is.
You know?
Well, and think about that lady. That was someone's grandma. Is potentially someone's grandma. And she probably feels very vulnerable, very afraid. Yeah. And it's probably nice that she's like, hey, someone actually is looking out for me, not everybody jumping down my throat.
Yeah. And the guy that was like really causing the most fit about it had on a hat with a big pot leaf on it, had on it looked like a pajama set. The pants had pot leaves all over them, and the shirt had a big pot leaf on it. I thought about asking him, like, you ever smoked pot before? But I didn't. Like, I was in a sketchy environment. I don't know anybody here, so I just gotta like keep my head down.
Yeah.
You know? It was crazy. But
okay, so why? Because this is the second time you've been there. I think you have to reference.
No,
back
I've been
to
there
episode...
a few times.
Okay. But the one episode you talk about thinking you could get murdered out there. Like I asked you, like how much would I have to pay you to stay the night outside in the Steelyard?
Well, the one time we talked about opening a lemonade stand in the Steelyard parking lot at one point.
We could do that.
Yeah.
That might spread a little joy. What draws you back to the Steelyard?
It's
almost
just
like a fly to poop?
So the reality is like at some point during the day, Jrich is hungry for a snack, and I don't go to gas stations for snacks. It's too much. So it's either a Dollar General or a Walmart. And so I'm looking for a place to go get a snack, maybe grab a drink, like a pick-me-up, and use the bathroom. And so you can get in and out of Walmart usually pretty fast. Like, hey, I'm going to go grab my snack. They have like the thing right by the entrance where they have like all these drinks and snacks and stuff. So it's like, I'm going to grab a snack, I'm going to grab a drink, use the self-checkout, get out of here. Within 5 minutes, I'm out, I've used the bathroom, I'm back working. So it's like, that's super convenient. Dollar General is another favorite spot of mine. Really, too, with the Enjoy Optical pop-up locations that they have nationwide as well. This is a good time to mention that sponsor.
Yeah, you probably, I mean, you're going in there, and you've got a designer sunglasses sitting on your head.
Yeah.
And you're like, you know what, I'm going to get a snack. And I also think I might just have the optometrist check out my eyes, make sure they haven't changed, and adjust my frames and clean them.
Yeah, and they'll walk you through how to clean them too, which is important. So you want to use your finger pads, is what they're called, underwater.
Okay. So where are my finger pads?
This is a pad
at?
here, and this is another pad here.
Okay.
So you just want to take your finger pads and rub them on the lenses. I
just
saw a
get
video.
A little bit of water and just.
Yeah, so you can look up the glasses guy on YouTube. Check that out.
Okay.
They'll help you out with that, showing you the finger pads. I took a picture when I was in there of the Enjoy Optical pop-up campus, but I cannot find it on my iPad. I think it's on my cell phone, so I'll get that and send it to you guys. But yeah, hop in there today. So basically, that's why I go back, though, to the Steelyard. It's just like I type in Walmart en route, and I don't understand where everything is, and so I just like select them.
Even with all of your training, and travel, you still don't know where you're at.
I mean, I know where I'm at, but I just click the one that is the least off of the route. So if it's like, this is adding 4 minutes to your route, I'm like, well, that's nothing. So let's do that, right? That's how I do it. I'm not trying to go out of the way. I'm not trying to waste time or anything like that. So it's like, is there a Dollar General or is there a Walmart? That's someplace I can swing in for a quick snack, use the bathroom.
Do you think you'll end up there again?
100%. Next time I do, I'll take a video.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing Thelma break out in the Steel Yard Walmart.
Walking through.
I'm not sure.
Excuse me! Y'all is crazy up in here!
They'd probably be like, stay away from that dude. He is whacked out.
Yeah. Y'all so rude. You ain't got no manners.
There is someone called That Glasses Guy.
Is that him?
No, but
yeah, we want to try to find that.
yeah, there's the glasses guy.
You find it?
How
Is
to
it?
clean glasses. Avoid these 3 common mistakes. So let me just ask you this. So let's say I'm newer to, let's say Nebraska.
Nebraska, the Cornhuskers state,
Cornhuskers, or let's just go further out. Let's just say I'm in North Dakota, rural North Dakota.
Okay.
And you're trying to tell me that I can go to a Dollar General
That's likely.
and get that same level of service as if I were in Edmond, Oklahoma, standing in front of the glasses guy.
100%. As sure as the steel yard is shady, Dollar General is training their employees to help. So this past Sunday, I took my kids to Dollar General, which I do every Sunday afternoon. That's our stop. We stop at Dollar General and we get a snack, just like one of our traditions that we do. And this Dollar General employee, had the long shaggy hair, which is very welcoming.
Yeah.
And he decided that as we were walking in, that his urge for nicotine was through the roof. And so he was going to go back by the dumpster and smoke a few cigarettes. And so we were inside and we actually were looking at the eyeglasses. We actually didn't need any eyeglasses at this point. We had already had a bunch of glasses on hand. So we were just there for some snacks and we needed help. The lady at the register in front of us rang something twice. She meant to ring it once. There was no one to help her. And so she actually went out by the dumpster and got this man, one of the employees who's also an Enjoy Optical employee. And Optometrist. He is an optometrist. Most optometrists do hang by the dumpster and smoke a few cigarettes out there. And so
Okay, quick
that's what,
pause.
yeah.
Do you think the guy at the steel yard is an optometrist with the marijuana hat?
I don't believe in judging a book by its cover.
Probably an optometrist.
He might have been
or
is at some point. So, yeah, so she gets this gentleman, this optometrist that was outside by the dumpster, and brings him on in, and he provided excellent service from there. He was able to clear off the machine, asked her if she'd wanted to take advantage of the current deal using promo code SCAM, where you get a pair of glasses and lenses for 99 cents, but then you get an additional pair for only 49 cents. So for $1.48, you're getting 2 pairs of frames and lenses. So
and this lady probably just said yes.
She got 2 pairs of lenses and a bag of mozzarella cheese that day, and it was a good day.
Probably less than $4. She's got 2 designer frames and a bag of cheese.
Mm-hmm.
Can't beat it.
Jacques Fromage.
Can't beat it.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. So
yeah, they're our sponsor. They've been a long-term sponsor for us. We, of course, still pay them monthly.
We couldn't do this without our sponsors. So we shout out to Friday Pickleball, shout out to Enjoy Optical, and then also Adjust Chiropractic is another great sponsor. So.
Yeah, and there are, I think, a couple, I don't know. There are a couple of our fan favorites, too. I think everybody that's gone there.
Yeah.
Had a lot.
I'm really wanting someone to go there and schedule an appointment and say, I heard about this chiropractic office from the Trail Whisperers podcast.
If you're listening right now, you are the person that we're talking to.
That's right. You're one of 30 human beings that are going to listen to this.
And you've never been to the chiropractor probably because you're scared or you think they do voodoo
Witchcraft. Yes.
And so
They do.
And yes, to answer your question, they do.
They do.
Dr. Brian is walking around in moccasins, and he'll occasionally get a hit of the peace pipe.
He has
He's got a vape pen, looks like a peace pipe.
He's got a peace pipe. He looks like a shaman, and he has a stick with some. It's got like some dried beans and stuff strung from there that he's shaking around.
Yeah.
He's got some ashes. He'll sprinkle those around.
Yeah.
So,
but you
stuff.
need to be the one that takes us up on this and go in there and just say, "I'd like to give you the discount code."
Witchcraft. And that's going to be $10 off your first visit.
Yeah.
And
So let's say I go in there and I have, I'm not married, but I happen to have 6 furry children.
yes.
Does that include them?
Yes. So that's the great thing too about seeing someone like this, the witchcraft, is they also treat pets, children, even the deceased. So if you have someone that has passed away that you want to bring them in. If the rigor mortis is set in, they will do their very best to bring them back. That's all there is to it. Again, at Just Chiropractics there in North Canton, call today and schedule. There's some new people there too. I know there's some new doctors and things. I don't know all their names. So, yeah, give them a call.
Give it a call. Long-term sponsor.
Yeah. You got anything else you want to discuss?
Yeah, I had a wild. I got to tell you about this wild day I had. So this was on, what day was it? Oh, Thursday, Friday. So, did you happen to see the skid steer outside of our house when you came over?
I did.
You didn't see that? Okay. So,
Is that yours or is that a rental?
rental. So, we're ripping off our back deck, ripped the pool out.
You took the pool out?
Pool's out. Had a leak in it, had some issues with it.
Are you going to get another one?
We were going to revamp it, so we would never build a deck to go to that old pool.
Okay.
We're redesigning all that stuff. So took the pool out. My son loved catching tadpoles. Literally, that was for days. He's just catching. I mean, there's a little bit of water in a pool, but an 18 by 33 with the little water equals a decent chunk. He's catching tadpoles, and I take the deck out of the back, and I'm getting ready to reposition the skid steer to push because we're building a big pile of stuff to have a fire.
Mm-hmm.
And little did I know that the track on the one side came off as I was going to go in reverse. And so the track on the right-hand side just kept spinning and literally pulled me down the embankment to where the pool's at. Now, it's not a big difference, like probably 3 feet, but enough to where I'm like literally just hanging out sideways in this thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, great. Rental, track's off, stuck in the mud. I'm thinking like worst case scenario, like what's going on? So thankfully got a tow truck driver out there. He got me pulled out. So I'm like, okay, cool, now I can get the fire going. So I get the fire going. And when we're clearing out the pole barn, this is another plug for Enjoy Optical. They heard about what we were doing, and they're big about giving back to people.
They are.
Community, real big on community. The owner personally came over to the pole barn and helped me.
Wash Joe Cox did, huh?
Help me take old, just garbage furniture out to the bonfire pit. Just incredible. Just always giving. They're always giving. But anyways.
I remember I had an experience with him one time where he went through his closet and basically gave me a bunch of garbage clothes that he never wore anymore. And at the time I was excited. But then I realized that he gave me all these neckties that were probably 10 or 15 years old. And they were just things he was going to throw away anyways. So he's a giver.
He's a giver.
The giver.
We could call him the giver.
Yeah. That's what the books are based on. I think we went over that before. But anyways, he was there helping.
So he's
such
there.
a guy, such a great guy.
So I had this fire, I kid you not, I bet these flames were probably 20, 30 feet high.
No way. 30
Yeah.
feet in the air?
It was so high, I got a little worried I was going to catch our trees on fire. Because we have like that canopy of trees around where the fire pit's at. So I thought nothing of, okay, I'm going to have another fire. I'm going to burn this deck. It's in between our houses here and the cornfield is here. So I positioned all the wood right in the middle. And stack it up. I'll be good. I'm not going to melt the siding. Not going to catch the field on fire. So get the fire going. It burns for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. When you get like a big flame, but then it starts to kind of temper down. It tempered down, and I had to go pick up the van was getting a new windshield. So my brother helped me. We went, shout out to CB Glass on Tusk. Great company for replacing the windshield.
Yeah, they're great.
They're like, hey, we'll leave the key here. After hours pickup, perfect. So 10 o'clock at night, 10:15, 10:30, go out there, get the van, come back. I'm about 2 minutes from the house. I get a call from my wife, and she's like, hey, there's a truck with lights on in our front yard. And I'm like thinking like, okay, I'll be there in a minute. Like, whatever, we'll figure out what's going on. I pull up and I see walking through the cornfield over into our yard are just a bunch of people and the fire department. And the fire department is spraying water on my fire.
Really?
Yes. And I was like, what's going on? And they're like, well, we went to the door, nobody answered, so we have to put the fire out. And I was like, are you serious? You didn't call anybody or anything? Nope, just we put the fire out. I'm like, well, I'm here now. And they said, well, we still have to put it all the way out. Of course, I'm just like, this is ridiculous. Like, this is our property. I appreciate that someone called because for all they knew, it was closer to the house. So maybe they thought like, hey, house is on fire.
Mind your own business.
The beautiful thing was some of the people that had wandered through the field were the neighbors. Take this back. This was on Wednesday night. Because it blew my mind. On a Wednesday night, they were getting hammered and having their own bonfire.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I do on a lot of Wednesday nights. Prayer meeting, get hammered, bonfire.
Yeah.
So, but they came across the field. He's like, hey, I'm your neighbor, Austin. I was like, good to meet you, Austin. He's like, I just wanted you to know I didn't call the fire department. I'm like, cool, I appreciate that. He's like, I didn't want you to think like, I'm that neighbor calling. He's like, I just wanted to, come on over and see what was going on. So talk to him, yada yada. Fire department leaves. I'm like, man, what a pain. Now I gotta get this fire started. So I go back over that way. They left some hot coals, piled up some more wood, and I got a bucket of gas, about a gallon a bucket, probably about a gallon bucket, I would say, and just chucked it on. Boom, we got another fire going. It's burning. So now it's probably 12. It's after midnight. It's Thursday morning. Skid steer is still covered in mud. And I'm like, I need to spray this thing off. I'll hang out by the fire a little bit. Throw some more wood on it. And so I hang out by the fire with my brother until probably like 12:45, 1 in the morning. I know you're 4 hours in at this point.
Yeah, this is late for me right now.
This is late. I can see that glassy eyed look.
Yeah.
You're hanging on by a thread. And I'm like, okay, I actually probably need to get this thing power washed because I need to get to bed too. 1:15 in the morning, I've got my flashlight on my phone and I'm just power washing this thing off, making sure it's good. I'm like, oh, my brother is coming back. He must have forgot something. Nope. It's the fire department for the second time. Comes barreling down the driveway, racing through the yard, and I'm like waving at them. And I was like, whoa, what's going on? And they're like, we got another fire. And I was like, I'm here. I know that there's another fire. I started the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, well, you can't be burning a fire. I was like, I'm here. You guys put it out the first time. I said, there's no reason for you to be here now. And then, of course, they started to go down this path like, well, it's got some pressure-treated material in there. And I was like, I don't care. I need to
you're
burn
in the
this
country.
stuff.
Who cares?
I'm in the country.
Is this the Massillon City Fire Department?
No, I was
Brewster?
North Lawrence.
North Lawrence.
And so I was like, you guys told me if you're home, we're not going to bother you. And I said, I have a power washer right here. I'm probably 30 feet from the fire. 50 feet. Probably 50 feet. There's no need for you to be here. And literally for probably about 5 to 10 minutes, I had to persuade them, do not put this fire out. I was like, at this point, I didn't call you. I'm here. I'm awake. It's 1 a.m. You guys don't need to be putting this fire out.
Mm-hmm.
And so finally they were like, okay, like whatever, just,
What
Dude,
a bunch of jabronis.
It was the wildest stretch in my life I feel like I had between the skid steer, the tow truck driver, and then the fire department twice in one night. I'm like, what's even happening right now?
Yeah.
It was a full moon that night. Because I was like, something's got to be off. And it was a full moon. So it was just crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to Austin, your neighbor Austin, for being
Dude.
like, hey,
Big
I'm
old
over
country
here
boy.
Wednesday night drinking. I didn't call the fire department.
Yeah.
I don't even believe in the government.
No.
This dude.
Oh, he was excited too. He's like, when they came out, he's like, they missed their window. He said, an hour and a half ago, we saw the flame go up. He's like, that fire died down. He's like, we knew everything was cool.
Mm-hmm.
But he said they were just racing up and down his road, trying to find the location. And finally, they just decided to go through the field.
Yeah.
And that field's a pretty decent sized field to get all the way across to our house.
Yeah, that's
so
crazy.
I was like, I don't
these
even
guys
know
are like
what's going on.
Bahaing to get to
I know.
a bonfire where you're burning old wood and stuff.
Just burning old wood. I mean,
That's
I've had
bad.
so many fires. I'm like, I can't. Yeah, I've never had them come out. So it was quite an
That's
interesting
crazy.
night.
Dude, wild
Isn't that
experience.
crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured you would enjoy that story.
That's
especially
crazy.
because you live out, so you know what it's like. If you're burning stuff, you don't even think twice.
I burned
about
my
that
whole
stuff.
deck out there. My
Yeah.
20 feet from my... I don't know how far my fire pit is. It's not 50 feet away from my house, that's
Yeah.
for sure. So, yeah, I burned the whole deck. It was like a 20 by 16.
Yeah.
Right on the... Just burned it all.
Yeah.
I don't
Nobody
know.
flinched.
No one cares.
Okay, I gotta show you a picture. This was it 2 weeks ago? My wife had sent you that clip on Instagram and said,
I don't have Instagram, though. Mariah, I'm sorry. I don't have Instagram. I'm a
okay, so
Christian.
she had said,
I'm kidding.
she had said, if Justin was a cat, this would be you. And the video doesn't play because they took it down, but you can get the gist.
Okay, that's offensive. It's a cat with, like, training wheels on because it's clearly paralyzed. Dude, this is what you think of me?
That's what she thinks of you. She's like, this would be Justin as a cat.
Is that what she has me in her phone as? Justin J. Richardson?
That's what I have you in my phone.
Oh, that's what you have me. Okay.
Or maybe she does too, because we both do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny, but that's
Isn't that good?
offensive, Mariah. Yeah, I tried to open that thing because she had sent that and said, don't open till the podcast and everything. I tried to open that, and it would not.
Yeah, it's because they must have taken it down.
Yeah, this.
That's a great.
Oh my goodness!
What was that?
This. I don't even want to look at this. This is a disgrace. So.
You know she's gonna send you some good stuff.
Yeah.
Cruising around.
No, that was me that sent that to her.
Oh, you
'Cause
sent that to
was
her.
one of, like, back in the day, like, this person's interested, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways. All right, guys. Episode 29.
It's in the books. If you are a subscriber, unsubscribe.
No, keep subscribed.
Dislike the videos.
No.
Did we get comments from last week?
I don't know.
That way we make sure we address the fans. That might be why. You're yawning and we're not addressing the fans.
Dude, it's 11:30, Jerry. All right, let's see.
This is the time that I was in the middle of getting ready to get the second fire started. So I got my
That's true.
second gear going.
We got a comment on the shorts video. Someone just did a heart comment. Okay, we got a comment on the bidet video. What did we get? Fantastic movie. Thanks for the recommendations, fellas. This is my friend Chad. That Show Me the Father movie.
Oh, he must have watched it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's
Spread the
such
word.
a good movie. Such a good movie. Lacey and I watched it together, and I watched it with my kids at one point too. So, great movie. But, yeah, what is this one? Hey, Thelma, call McDonald's. We did that one last week, so. Yeah.
That's it. No
Yeah.
comments. That's
Leave
good.
a thing for Thelma if you want to ask a question. I won't look at it until the podcast, and then Jeremy
Surprised your
can ask
sister
it.
hasn't asked a question for Thelma.
Yeah, she's busy. She's a busy girl. Got
Yeah.
them twins taken care of, so a lot going on. But all right, guys.
Episode 29 in the books.
Peace out. I'm going to
Love
bed.
you guys.
See ya.